Today, I'm gonna be answering the question of, am I ready to give birth? We are officially 1 month away. Like, we are within baby month. We are 1 month away from meeting our son, and he could come really anytime now. Like, I was born at 36 weeks and 4 days, and Jacob was also born at 36 and a half weeks, I think. So that's kind of crazy. That's just a few days from now. I don't want him to come that early unless he's like fully cooked in there, but I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. That's really crazy to me. I don't think my mom was expecting me to come that early, but I said hello, and I made my appearance 4.5 weeks early. No, 3.5 weeks early. Math is hard. Pregnancy brain's hard. And I'm gonna be realistic and know that I'm a first-time mom. Everything's been going pretty good this pregnancy, so there's a good chance that I go to like 41 weeks. I'm not gonna go past 41 weeks, but he could come literally anytime. So I'm preparing for that, and I'm also preparing for him not coming for another 4 weeks. So that's where we are right now, but I'm gonna be answering the question, am I ready to give birth? Am I ready to give birth mentally? I think so. I have really been trying to keep my mind off of it. And one of the craziest things about pregnancy is when you start off, you're like, I have so much time. I literally have all these weeks. I found out at 4 weeks. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I have 35 weeks to like figure this out. You know, it's gonna be a distant thing down the road. And now that we're here, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gone literally so fast. And so I've been trying not to think about it, but I've been trying to mentally prepare myself. And number one, by not being afraid. A lot of the pain of childbirth comes from your body being tense and being afraid, and I do not want to do that. I don't want to be afraid of birth. I know it's a natural process. All of us got here like one of two ways. So, and neither way is exactly, you know, like the most comfortable thing to go through. So I'm just trusting in the process and knowing that it's all gonna be okay. So mentally, I am ready to give birth. Physically, am I ready to give birth? Oh my goodness, yes, I am so ready to give birth. Like, my body is in so much pain, my pelvic pain, the sciatic, just everything. Like, I have loved getting to be his home for the time being, but I'm going to love it so much more when he's actually here in the world. Shout out to all the people who just love pregnancy and like, they're like, I'm gonna miss my bump and I love that. You know, pregnancy has been great. It's been something awesome to experience, but it's a process, you know, it's a means to an end, right? So you have something you have to do in order to have a baby. I wanna have a baby, so I have to be pregnant. It's not something I would just choose to do all the time. Can't wait to sleep on my back again. Really stoked for that. Can't wait to drink way too much caffeine because I love caffeine and I've just been so tired. But yeah, I wanted to also discuss my birth plan with you guys and just kind of go over some of these things. I am giving birth at a hospital. I'm going to have Jacob in the room with me, and then we're gonna have our close family, just like our parents and potentially one of Jacob's siblings at the hospital, like while we're still recovering and all of that. But it's gonna be very, very limited. I think we can only have like 4 people after the baby is born. So some people will probably have to rotate in and out depending on who comes. But yeah, I'm super excited. My doctor's super awesome. Baby is no longer breached. So we are planning on doing a natural birth, unmedicated birth. My plan is to not get the epidural. And my only forms of pain management, I think, will be the nitrous oxide gas. I think that's what it's called. Maybe. I'm not exactly sure if that's what I'm gonna do or not. And prayer. We are gonna be praying a lot, and we have been praying a lot. And a lot of people are like, well, you know, you don't get a trophy for not getting the epidural. I am giving myself a trophy for not getting the epidural. I don't care what other people say. But just the research that I've done, I know that for some people the epidural is like the best thing ever, and get it. Like, if you want it, get it. I'm not looking against anybody who's get it. I would much rather not get it. However, I have some family history things that it didn't go well for some people in my family. They have long-term side effects from it, so that obviously really scared me. Needles, don't love them. Don't like the feeling of being numb. I want to be able to feel my body. Don't love that. Don't love the idea of having to get a catheter. Just don't love that idea. You do have to do that if you get an epidural. I want to be able to move around during birth. Can't do that if you have the epidural. But again, anything can happen. If I do have to get an induction, I've already said I am going to get the epidural just because I don't want to deal with Pitocin contractions and like being in labor for like 4 days. I don't want to do that. So definitely will be getting the epidural if I'm already getting all that other stuff. If I just have a natural spontaneous labor, I'm going to try not to get the epidural. Again, hey, if you want the epidural, get the epidural, because I know I watch the birth vlogs of people who have the epidural and they're like, la la la, so peaceful, taking naps. And the people without the epidural, they're just like sweating and like crying. And You know what? That'll probably be me, but hey, that's okay. We're gonna get through it. And I'm a little jealous of the epidural people, but at the same time, I don't wanna have chronic headaches for years and years in like hot spot pain in my back. And that was what some of my family had to deal with. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna take the temporary pain over the relief, and we're just gonna pray that it goes well. So that's where I'm at with that. One of the things in my birth plan that didn't necessarily go the way I thought it was going to, I really wanted a doula, but I could not find one in our area. Like, could not find one. Could not find somebody that was available. And so I'm not gonna have one. Really wanted one, really wanted a Christian like birth coach. I see so many of my friends who have those. Maybe for my next baby, I'll work on finding one. We are gonna try to labor at home for as long as possible. The hospital is about 30 minutes away, 25. So it's really not that bad. I mean, sometimes without traffic, you can get there in like 20 minutes, but 20 minutes is 20 minutes. So I'm not trying to have a baby on the side of the road. So if I feel like I need to go, we're gonna go. And I'm not gonna like, you know, make it to the point where I'm feeling like I need to push and we're still home. That's not what we're doing. But I do want to be as comfortable as possible during labor, and I feel like I will be most comfortable here. Another thing, if I go past 41 weeks, I'm definitely gonna be getting induced, and that will definitely change our birth plan altogether, and that will change how things look entirely. I think my doctor said that at 40 weeks we would schedule my induction, and then if I don't go into labor that week, it would just be like at the end of the week for 41. That's just what the practice does. They don't typically want you to go past 41 weeks, and I'm okay with that. Like, I know a lot of people, you know, they wanna go to 42 and just listen to their bodies, but I wanna do that as well, but I also wanna trust my doctor, and that's what she said would be best for us. So that's what we're gonna go with. Is Jacob ready for me to give birth? I hope so. I've been trying to prepare him. I've been trying to tell him, I'm like, this is not gonna be pretty. Like, yes, it's a miracle of life. This is the most beautiful thing ever, having our son be brought into the world. But you're gonna see some things that are like, not glamorous, not beautiful. I am going to be in the most pain I've ever been in my whole life. And I'm gonna need you to like stay chill. I told him, I'm like, please don't pass out. On the birth plan, it says, Jacob, do not pass out. So that's another one of our goals. And we're gonna be doing his first bath at home, maybe just a little head bath at the hospital. If he has hair, you know, we're gonna wanna clean all that up. Definitely gonna be doing golden hour. That's something our hospital does already. They do all the newborn assessments in the room already. So that's not even something I have to request, which is amazing. I'm trying to think of all the different things and see if there's anything that I'm forgetting. But overall, I cannot believe that the time has finally come for us to have this baby. I feel like I literally just found out I was pregnant. Like, it has gone so fast. Before getting pregnant, everybody had always said, oh, it goes by so slow. The third trimester just drags by. I will never listen to that ever again. It goes so fast. Pregnancy goes so fast. And I did not have the like most comfortable pregnancy. I literally threw up every single day until I was like 20 weeks pregnant, but it still went by so fast. Even with how much pain I'm in right now, it's going by so fast. Like, just every single day I'm like, oh my gosh, it just blinked. I feel like I was on the phone with my mom and she's like, oh wait, how far along are you? Like 33 weeks? I'm like, no, I'm like 35 weeks. Like, this is so crazy. And by the time that y'all are seeing this, I'm literally gonna be 36 weeks. So it's so crazy to think about. Yeah, I'm super excited again into our baby. We cannot wait to meet you. We're so excited. I can't wait for you guys to see his name and just understand the meaning behind it and all of those different things. But yeah, guys, thank y'all so much for being here, for following along on this journey with us. And I can't wait for you guys to meet baby boy. We're so excited. We have a lot of fun videos coming out in the next few weeks, I already know. But yeah, we love you guys. Jesus loves you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.